Welcome everybody to Legion Outpost, and today we're going to be talking about what we just seen on Ministravaganza. I'm not going to go into a long recap of everything because you can go see that on your own in the webpage. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think does to Star Wars Legion, what it helps and where it makes the game go from here. I'm very excited for what they've done in these Ministravaganza. I think AMG has gotten a bad rap for a little while because of things that maybe happened in the past and the transition that wasn't their choice. But the reality is these Ministravaganza have always given us a little light of what's coming up. And they've done a good job of giving you future content and helping you know that the game's going strong. And so that being said, I look forward to these Ministravaganza and the fact that they are maintaining the game and keeping points updates and stuff. There are some things that you wonder why points don't get changed. Points do get changed, but it takes time. And the reality is, let's jump into what was announced at Ministravaganza. One of the big things that was announced was this whole new Hoth theme stuff. And so that took in, and you can see right in the middle of that picture, you got a brand new Leia sculpt wearing her Hoth gear. You got a new Vader sculpt. He doesn't really change his gear at all, but he's another sculpt. I think I've already got 3 different sculpts with him, but maybe more. And the reality is the sculpts look really good. But what I'm excited about and what I think is the game changer that AMG is doing here is really the battle packs. They're talked about battle packs, and they said they're not new starter game points, but they're great for people who want to just get into the game and get more into bigger armies or whatnot. But they are like battle passes. They're kind of like what they did before the Blizzard Force and all that. And they're going to do one for each faction. So this is good. This is good for anybody who needs to boost up their army cheap, because they're putting models together in pairs that actually make it cheaper for them to produce and put together. And this is a great opportunity for stores who want to carry maybe not everything, but a little bit, and then have orders. These battle passes are good. They are also limited edition, so you don't want to sleep on them. I'm going to grab them just because I need the new snowtroopers. I need the new veterans, and so it's a great thing. I think this is a great thing for the game. So let's move along. Of course, everybody's talking about the Jedi Council and Mace Windu, but we'll get to that a little later. A lot of people are talking about Thrawn. Thrawn is my son's favorite character. We've read all the Thrawn books. We really enjoy the way he was portrayed in Rebels. He is a very cool character, and he looks a lot like a super tactical droid, but maybe a little bit better. I do think he definitely fights up close better, and his cards are gonna be cool. We're kind of teased here, don't get a lot of reveal, but I think one of the game-changing things that might be just kind of sneakingly in there is Grand Moff Tarkin. So he's one of the 4 that you're getting in this pack, which this pack is really good. There's only one reprint out of this whole 4, and so that's Director Krennic. So this is a really good pack for if you want to get Empire and you want to be in their leadership. But Grand Moff Tarkin is kind of like the Empire replacement, but he's even better in the sense he's not going to be attacking and stuff. He's got a good courage bubble, but you're going to be playing with Vader, which the courage bubble doesn't mean as much. He is got pulling the strings, which gives people an action outside of their turn. You can give them an action. And he has Entourage Vader, and that means that Vader's going to get an action every turn. So you don't necessarily need to take all of Vader's command cards to get him a token for every turn. So he's going to get an order every turn, and this is kind of a good thing. And you can pull string Vaders. This is kind of cool. Like, keep them close enough. Tarkin walks up behind, and I figure Tarkin's not going to be more than 65 points, maybe 70 points in the game, and so he's going to be a real game changer, I think. Then we go to the probe droids, and I think the interesting about the probe droids is that they made them a detachment, which means that you can get more of them in there. So you get special forces. Say you got 3 special forces. Well, now you can get up to 6 special forces with them. But not only that, they come in 2 packs. They come with at least probably 2 cards, but they're also set by the sounds of things going to become as a upgrade, a unit upgrade. So that'll be interesting to see how they play as an upgrade in the game too. These wheel bikes, great models. I just finished my General Grievous one, and so I'm really excited to get these wheel bikes as well. And so not only they didn't make them like a support or a heavy or anything, they made them a special forces, which really fits really well with droids because their special forces is kind of a underdeveloped area with the droids. They have only 2 other special forces, and so this is a great addition if you're a droid player. So I think this will be kind of a big thing for all those droid players out there. And then we're going to move along. Of course, who doesn't like weak-way pirates? They are playable by every faction, so no matter who you are, you can buy them and put them in your army. Don't know how they're going to be done with each one mercenary. They're also getting their own battle force. This is one of the real big game changer things that I think about this in Legion is the amount of battle forces they're going to be doing. They've got 2 new ones already out for print and play, but there's more on their way. They're going to be doing this one, the Raider Battle Force, but they can also win all the other battle forces as well, which is great. Not battle forces, but all the other factions as well, including the Shadow Collective Battle Force. Hondo can't go in there, but the pirates can. And then the 005 speeder tank. They keep calling this a light tank. I'd like to see what the heavy tank is, because this has got armor 5. It's a white save, and well, I guess we know what the saber is, the heavy tank, but it's pretty good with armor 5 and the white save that's saved with surge, and it's got arsenal 2, and I'm guaranteeing it's going to have some extra guns. You can see different gunners on top, or some places for rockets or something. It'll be pretty decent, and it also has transport. So you got a ground transport now for every faction that can go in every faction. This will be pretty cool, and I love the model. I will be definitely getting 2 of these because why not? Yep, why not? Here we go back into the Hoth stuff. We're jumping right back into the Hoth stuff with Commander Luke and Operative Han Solo. They are pretty cool. I think Han Solo might be a little bit better, although I don't understand why Luke's gun is better than Han's. It doesn't seem like the right thing, but I'm sure the playtesting worked it all out, and I'm going to add them to my armor, and I look forward to playing that with them. Here, well, we have the battle card deck, and so we've been given already outflanked and supply run. Outflanked doesn't look that much different than everything else we're doing, except for you got stuff coming off the short end as well. It's not groundbreaking, but I'm assuming that we're going to get a full set of these when we get the battle card pack. I'm assuming maybe another 6. I don't know if they're going to put them in seasons where you can only play certain ones in the tournament play, but it'll be interesting if they do that, or they wait to do that maybe later. Supply run, it's pretty cool. I've put that in every single one of my list build lately since this has come out. I think that'll be kind of a game changer too. These battle cards for each faction, I'd like to see what more they give the different factions, like the Rebellion and stuff. I think that some of them are very powerful. The Black Ops can be powerful. No Time to Lose. I just don't see that being something I would play as a Rebel. And I'm a Rebel player. I don't see that fitting into... I don't usually get pass tokens because I'm usually a high activation. So without the pass tokens, I don't know how that's going to become handy for me. But one thing I'll definitely play coming out of the upgrade card pack, I love this idea. This is, to me, is the biggest game changer of all of the stuff that's putting out. Is when they did this originally with the clones and they gave you that leadership spot, I was like, why don't you do that with every faction? And even wish they've always done. I thought they should have always done is that Biston and Pow could be in these situations. Those models are still out there. I know they're probably going to release a new unit with that and a few of the other people and make them a unit. But wouldn't it be great to be able to use Biston and Pow and put them in to some of these positions? At least Pow, he'd be a leader and stuff. And I love the fact that you can get your people on the field, even though one of my biggest complaints with being a Rebel player is I have all these heroes and I can't get them out on the field, and they look so good and everybody likes to see the heroes, and so I'm really excited for this. And not to mention Cassian Andor, since I've done this, I've looked at the list. He's been in every single one of my lists almost. This is a great card. There's some real powerful play here with the Cassian Andor, like low profile, secret mission, getting to get extra shots from dead people. This is all good stuff. And the way it flips is kind of unique and cool. You don't just flip it on your wheel. You got to have a guy lost. But this is, this is the type of thinking and gameplay I really like. But one of the things I'm going to say is, as far as gameplay, you're going to really need to learn a lot of little tricky different things that could happen in a game for competitive now. You're going to really, and it's always been a thinking game, but there is so much more that can happen in your average competitive game now. And Clone Captain Rex, great. Agent Callus, put him in on my Empire list. Kraken, I don't know. I'll read through the card a bit more. I think is use, but it's just not as much. And these battle cards are kind of command override, okay. Coordinate strike is pretty good. And well, here's what everybody's excited about: the new models, the Jedi Council. Who doesn't like more lightsaber people? Mace Windu, Kai Haidandi Amundi, Shaq Kai, and Plo Koon. Plo Koon is one I've been waiting for. I really, other than in a vehicle, I really think I don't know. I like him. I just ever since the Clone Wars TV show, I just kind of liked him. And so then we get to look at the leaders of the Separatist Alliance. They went with a lot of lightsabers here too, but yeah, Admiral Trench. I'm digging that. I think he's going to be kind of a smart, yeah, like I just think he's going to be a lot of fun to play. And so it's going to be exciting. Of course, Savage be great. And the fact he can go Shadow Collectives gives Shadow Collective a bit more. But yeah, I'm really Admiral Trench. I'm really liking that. And on to the Rebels. I try to play Rebels, and actually this is going to be not just Rebels. This will be kind of there for other people too, I'm assuming. I don't need more sculpts of these. Nice to have different rules for them, but the sculpts are okay. I like the Chewie sculpt. Han Solo sculpt, it's okay. Game changing, I don't know. Not from what I see right here, but maybe the rules will make them game changing. And then we get into the Barks. Now, here's one of the things about the Barks. These Bark speeders with the leaders, the generals on bikes. This is kind of cool. But way it sounds, the wording is maybe you're going to be getting one in a box, because it says here, Barks, the Jedi General Bark Speeder unit expansion can be built as either Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, or a Jedi General. All three of the bases are different, so it wouldn't be surprising you could build two, but at the same time, maybe you can only build one. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what comes in the box. I wouldn't be surprised if two came in, but who knows? Two would be awkward when you want all three, then you got to buy two boxes and you have one left over. I don't know. But two's better for your money pocket, Then we get into some more of the interesting stuff. Imperial Mud Troopers. I've loved and wanted Mud Troopers ever since I saw them on Solo. I just think this is a great addition. I like the way they're making them so they are connected to another stormtrooper unit. And to be honest, these wet weather stormtroopers look amazing. Can't wait to paint the capes, and I don't know how the gameplay is going to be, but I'm assuming that they're kind of like an attachment, and so you have to get one to get the other, from what I've heard. And so it looks like a lot of fun. It'll be interesting. Empire is going to be in a good place. Competitively, I still think that they might not get played as much, but they have some really sneaky good competitive lists. And I'm going to Adepticon this year, and I'm going to be entering probably the team tournament as well. And I'm talking about maybe playing Empire for my team game, because there's some sneaky cool stuff you can do with Empire. And then we get into Guerrilla Troopers. This is great. They're doing something new. This is not a unit you see anywhere other than maybe in the books. You would see some of this type of stuff. And the other thing is, it's kind of like a Cara Dune type character, like a drop trooper, but not really. I think for a long time though, Rebels needed some more red saves, so this is not a bad thing. And the battle forces and like new battle forces is always amazing. The 212. I think this is one of the good things that this game can do with the AMG's doing, is giving you battle forces, because it gives you more of a different style of way of playing it, and it gets you away from maybe just min-maxing a little bit. The competitive people are always going to min-max. They're always going to look for the best, but these battle forces, maybe if they give a little more power to these battle forces, we'd see more difference of gameplay maybe, or we just see all the same battle forces everywhere. And then as a Rebel player and a fan of Rebels, this is really good news that in 2027, that's a long time from now though, that we are going to finally get Spectre Cell. And so I'm excited for that. That's a long time away for me and you guys to wait for that. But they've been able to do that because the way they've set things up with Bad Batch, and this shows a different way they can do that. And I could see that being a good way to do other kind of units like that, with like you would see that Rogue One unit. Maybe they have a Rogue One themed unit that comes out of this. And I think these are I think they've done some creative things. AMG, I was unsure. I don't like what happened with X-Wing and Armada. That's not really your style of game. And I think you're doing a good job here with at least announcing new stuff and giving us new stuff. Whether it all plays perfectly, that's not easy to do, and playtesting works that out. This is getting a little long. I don't like to get talking this long. So thank you guys. I'm so glad you're here and watching these videos. Like and subscribe. It really helps. And I thank all those people who've commented and wished me good luck with all my health things. And let's just keep your stick on the ice. And for all you Canadians out there, just keep pressing forward in this game and helping it grow in your communities, because I know it's not easy. And let's keep it going. May the Force always be with you.